That and spiders. I don't like spiders at all. Oh my gosh. Living in the States though has been interesting. Living in the States has been interesting. We're learning a lot of stuff, right? As a comic, you get to travel, right? Doing shows in different towns, different cities, you know. As a comic, you do shows in big towns, you do shows in little towns. I don't like doing shows in small towns. That freaks me out. Why? Because I know in a small town, not a lot of minorities, right? We know this. That's why we like to stick close to the city, where there are witnesses. You know what I mean? And we've seen Get Out. We know what happens in a small town now. And fuck Vermont, we're never going there again. But one time I had to do a show in a small town called Lake Havasu, Arizona. Right? I don't know if you guys have ever been to Lake Havasu, but imagine Trumpers on boats, basically. That's basically what it is, right? But if you guys have never been, skip it. Here's why. So I'm doing some casinos in Arizona and Nevada, right? So I'm on stage doing what I'm doing right now. I bring the headliner on stage, I get off stage. As I'm walking to the back of the room, this little old lady grabs my arm and says, "Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for coming and making us laugh in this small, boring town." That's what she said, small, boring town. I said, "Ma'am, it's my pleasure to make people laugh in big towns, make people laugh in small towns, and inject a little humor along the way." And she replies, "And inject a little color too." You know you live in a white town when even white people say, "We need some black people here. This is terrifying. It is all white and it is not all right. This is terrifying. What is this, Lord of the Flies? What is going on here? We need some brothers because nobody can dance with rhythm. This is scary." Like, what am I supposed to do with this information now, right? So I married her. That's right, yeah. Inject a little color of my own, you know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah. Yeah, now I have a black family in Arizona, yeah. You know what the worst part is? Now I have a boat there too. It's bullshit.
This fucking rules. You all, this means so much to me, and thank you all for being here, and what a night. I want to say this right off the bat. If at any point you're easily offended, oh, I don't fucking care. Like, I truly don't give a shit. If anything I say upsets you, fuck off, like, legitimately. And I want to say, times are crazy. I want you to know I'm carrying a knife because of some shit that happened at the Oscars. You know, so I am fully armed on stage right now. And I'm gonna be honest with you all. I don't know how to hold this fucking thing. Which actually makes it feel far more dangerous, doesn't it? The fact that I'm holding my knife like that feels like it'd fall out of my hand at any time. Get up on stage. Say what you want to say. Do it. Yes, I'm armed. God, what a time to be alive. Oh, God. I also want you to know I walked down the aisle and I shook a bunch of hands. I shook your hands. I want to get this out of the way. I'm vaccinated before anybody fucking gets weird about it. I did you don't even have to woo it. I don't know why the fuck I did it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I grew up in Maine, in the middle of just, the person who wooed, never been to Maine. I mean, it's a shithole. People are always like, "Maine, that's gorgeous. You like lighthouses and warm butter with your lobster." But there is 8 hours of buggy, hot, and somehow cold all at the same time. Racist inland, and that's where I'm from. And so, but I want you to know I grew up in a small town, which means I don't know why I got the vaccine. I'm chock full. I am a piñata of deep Reddit ideas. Like, I am just full of, like, conspiracy theories and shit like that. My upbringing was so Stephen King. Like, I'm serious. I grew up in an area that was so Stephen King. I remember that the first time that me and my friends saw the movie Stand By Me, our only criticism of the movie was, "Oh yeah, It's a fine fucking movie and all, but if their dads are such bad alcoholics, how come their treehouse is finished? That was our only criticism of the movie. Because if you grew up in a rural area like we did, where all your friends' dads were alcoholics, you didn't get a treehouse like they had. You didn't get that cedar planked Howard Johnson's a reasonable 12 feet off the ground. What you got was 4 or 5 boards that your dad, in a rare moment of sobriety, before any of a dozen funerals that summer, nailed in the crook of a birch tree 45 fucking feet in the air. It was the most unsafe thing in 3 states. So we saw that movie and we were like, that's fucking Hollywood bullshit. Yeah, fuck that shit. But the rest of the movie, spot on. Yeah, good fucking flick. A freight train will do that to a body. That's true. Yeah. I went and got the vaccine, and I don't know why the fuck I did it. I was one of those people that was out there, like, just out going, hey, take the vaccine! Read the science! I want to be clear to you all. I've read none of the science. Yeah, I was just trying to sell you on I don't know what the fuck was in that thing. That thing may kill me. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I just decided a while ago that I would rather die than live on the planet with a bunch of anti-vaxxers. But wait, no, stop. See, you think I'm saying I don't like anti-vaxxers, no, I'm saying that not because I hate anti-vaxxers, but can you imagine how insufferable they're gonna be if they get this one right? Really think about it. They've been wrong on a number of occasions. And then they reel in the biggest fucking fish of all time. You think they're ever gonna let you live that down? There's no fucking way. Every doctor after that, if they knew you took the vaccine and survived, they're gonna be like, oh, what's the matter with you? I don't know, I think I got shingles. Right on. Hey, you know what? Make him put a pine cone in his ass. What? Put a pine cone in your ass. That doesn't even sound like medicine. Oh, it doesn't, does it, vaccine boy? Because I think you were wrong a couple times before. Now I want you to go with the pedals going up. Okay, that's the only way it works. I can't be an anti-vaxxer. I drive a Hyundai Elantra. That Punisher sticker's gonna take up the entire back window on that car. I won't be able to see out the rear window on that fucking thing. It's crazy. I want you to know, people are like, why are people so vaccine hesitant now? Me, I'm the reason. I'm telling you, people are hesitant for vaccines because of my generation. That's it. I'm a child of the 90s. Like, I play in a punk band. I still tour in a punk band. I still love playing punk rock. I've been playing in bands since I was 15 years old. Do you know how many songs I wrote that were like, fuck the government! Never do what you're told! Do you know how much I love Rage Against? How many of us in the 90s were listening to, fuck you, I won't do what you're told! Yeah. Do you know how much of us love that song? I've seen memes going around like, remember when we said, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, and now we're getting in line? We did all say that. I want to be clear. I said that. I did say all that. But I want to be clear about something. We didn't mean don't take medicine. I want to be clear. That's not what we were talking about. We're talking about, maybe if you're like Zach De La Roca, a person of color, and you're in a city in like Los Angeles, and there's a notoriously racist police organization policing your city, and you get pulled over and they want to go search your stuff, hold your middle finger up. If they don't have probable cause, that's your right. Or maybe you're like I am and you go to a redneck school and you're born genetically a man, but you identify as a different gender and you just want to live the way you want to live without a bunch of morons ruining your fucking day. Stand up. I'll stand with you. I they will. Yeah. Take medicine! And people medicine, not horse medicine. Unless you're at a rave, then take horse medicine. That's the way it works. And if you have too much of the horse medicine, go back to the people medicine. That's the way it's always worked. Horse medicine is recreational. No one actually tries to solve shit with it. I have so many friends, though, who are like, you need to fucking tell off your family members if they're anti-vaxxers. I'm not gonna be part of disowning members of my family. Not gonna do it. People want you to just cut off people who don't agree. I'm not gonna be a part of it. These people raised me. They're good people. Do I agree with them? I don't. But I have friends on the left who are like, can you fucking believe that these people are taking horse medicine? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, totally. You'd say you'd put that in your body? I used to huff gas. like a fair amount of gasoline. Yeah, I mean, from 98 to 01, I was a gas sommelier. I could get one nostril in the can of a 5-gallon tank and just be like, I'm getting notes of scotchgrass and mesquite. I'm gonna say this is an 89 that came in off the coast of Galveston. I'll tell you what, fuck me if I'm wrong. That's some good shit, woo!
During this pandemic, we are seeing things that are unimaginable, right? And as a person of color, I'm seeing things I never thought I would see. I never thought me and 2 black friends walking into a bank would be told to put on a mask. Black people, you get it, right? You want me to put that on and go in there? I never thought I would see that. You know what that's like? That's like 2 black people winning the cornhole championship of the world. You see how the black people didn't laugh? Because they don't know what the hell cornhole is. I never thought a furniture store could be racist during a pandemic. Now, we just celebrated Juneteenth. It's a national holiday. It's on the calendar now, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful situation. Now, if you don't know what it means it's the emancipation of the last black American slaves. Yeah. But one IKEA store, they wanted to celebrate too. This is a true story. Look it up when you leave. On Juneteenth, they served chicken and watermelon. I was just like y'all. I was mad. I got offended, you know? Because when I got there, they were out of watermelon. I was like, this is I never thought I would almost die from coronavirus. March 17th of last year, I woke up gasping for air. It's so new, less than 100 people died from it. My wife calls 911. The operator has to look it up, a black lady named Teresa. She goes, ooh, it could be COVID. He could be contagious. Then there's a long pause on the phone. Then she says, girl, you better get away from him. My wife goes, what I do? She says, put him in the front yard. I'm like I'm trash? My wife looks at me and goes, you got to go. But I'm a man, I'm like, hell no, I'm staying in my house. I ain't going no front yard. So now I'm sitting in the front yard. Gasping for air. The ambulance comes, they put oxygen on me. They say goodbye to your family. Now, I can't touch my family because I got COVID. right? So my wife is at the front door with my son, and a window separates us. They're crying, I'm crying, so I walk up to the window and put my hand on it where my son is, gasping for air. My 3-year-old son puts his hand on top of my hand, looks at me, and goes, This little motherfucker making fun of me, man. Fuck you, dude. But the comedian in me was like, his timing's incredible. So they put me in an ambulance. Now, if you've never been in an ambulance, it's a scary ride. You don't know what's gonna happen on the other side, right? And they put your neck in a brace, so all you can do is look up. And while I'm looking up at the ceiling, I'm going, you know what? They should put some motivational quotes up here or something. Something to put you at ease, you know what I mean? Like, you only live once. Enjoy the ride. OJ did it. So I get to the hospital. Lots of doctors and nurses waiting on me, and this is when I found out something interesting. The guy that rolled me out of the ambulance was like, you're our first COVID patient. Good luck. So they send me into a room. They take every blood test, every x-ray they could, right? Then they leave the room. About 30 minutes later, I see all the doctors in front of my room in a window, right? And they're just talking like, and then I see them draw straws, and one goes, fuck! And that dude walks in. He's scared. He told me less than 100 people died from COVID. So it was new, and he was like nervous, and he goes, well, here's what's happening. Your lungs are filling up with fluid, and you have double pneumonia and corona. So I look at the doctor and go, what's that mean? He goes, well, it's gonna go really good, or really bad. And we'll know in about 2 days. And then it started to sink in. I go, whoa, 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 this is serious. I'm gonna make it, right? He looks me straight in the eye and goes, we'll try our best. Yo. You always want people to try their best, right? But you never want someone to tell you they're trying their best. You ever drop your car off to a mechanic, pick it up, and you're like, hey man, did you fix my brakes? And the dude's like, yeah, you know what, we tried our best. So they put me in ICU. I'm the only person in ICU. It's new. It's new. Now, this is the only thing I'm gonna say about vaccines. I don't care if you're on them or not on them. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your body. But if you're not on them, please do not say, I don't wanna get the shot because I don't wanna be a guinea pig. You're not a guinea pig. You know how I know this? Because I was a guinea pig. Because the doctor walked into my room and went, we don't know what we doing. So we gotta give you everything. And they did. I was like a whore, and the drugs were like dicks, and I was just taking them all in the mouth. I got gangbanged by experimental drugs. The first one they gave me, hydroxychloroquine. I had an allergic reaction to it. My temperature shot up to 104.8, almost died that night. But this is the last thing you ever want to hear your doctor say as he leaves the room. He saved my life, he's leaving the room. He looks back at me and goes, man, we learned something new today. Now, as I'm dying in the hospital, I'm watching TV. And there's a group of people on TV saying it's a hoax. Now, you know what these people look like. I don't have to describe them to you. If a Cracker Barrel exploded and landed on a Walmart and drove off in an F-150, So they were supposed to tell me if I was gonna live or die in 2 days. It took them 4 days, right? The doctor said, you're doing so well, we're actually gonna let you go on the 5th day. So on the 5th day, I'm getting ready. I'm putting on all my clothes. All the doctors run into my room and go, no, lay back down, lay back down, lay back down. You can't leave. I go, what's the matter, doc, what's the matter? He goes, oh man, we just let somebody go home and they died. I was like, shit. You can keep me in this bitch forever. I'm not going anywhere, you know? Put me at the front desk, I'll answer phones, I don't care. What was happening is they were letting people go home, they would relapse and couldn't make it back to the hospital. Or if they did make it back to the hospital, it was too packed and they couldn't take them, right? So they evaluated me for 3 more days. Now remember, it's still new. So on the 8th day, they're letting me out of the hospital, out of ICU. Doctor looks at me, we're at the exit, me and the doc. He looks at me and goes, hey man, you need to quarantine. I go, how long? He goes, 22 days? Cool. I'm at home for 22 days quarantine. Let me tell you what my beautiful wife is going through. She's alone. We have a 3-year-old son and a 2-month-old daughter. So for 22 days, I'm hearing my kids yell, scream. My son's asking where daddy is. My wife is losing her mind. I'm getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner delivered to my room. I'm like, damn, COVID ain't that bad. I feel like a husband in the 50s, you know what I mean? I'm like, get those kids away from me, bitch, where's my dinner? But I gotta say, man, to all the doctors, nurses, frontline workers that are here tonight, thank you for what you do. You are the real heroes. Yeah. Yep. So, I became good friends with my doctor, of course, because he saved my life, right? And they test my blood all the time because I was one of the first patients that beat COVID that they didn't put on a ventilator. So the doctor calls me up for a blood test to see if I need a booster or not. And he goes, well, here's your results. If your level is over 20, you don't need a booster. If your level is under 20, you need a booster. I go, all right, doc, what's my level? He goes, your level is 2500. You have 120 times more antibodies than you need. The highest number I've ever seen during this pandemic is 700, and your level is 2,500. That's right. I hung up the phone, looked at my wife, and said, I'm a goddamn superhero. I'm the half Black Panther. Do you realize I could sneeze on someone and cure them? Shake my hand, sir. You're vaccinated. Fist bump, booster! I'm not gonna lie to you, I got too cocky after the doctor told me this. I got way too cocky, way too cocky. I was doing everything I wasn't supposed to do. Yeah, I was going out, touching everything. I was opening doors for everybody. Did not care. I opened the door for a little old lady. She was like, do you need some hand sanitizer? I was like, oh, hell no. I am hand sanitizer. I lived a life without fear. Everything I was afraid of, had no fear of anymore. A cop pulled me over, was like, do you know why I stopped you? I was like, no, bitch, and just drove off. I was like, what? This is what it feels like to be